EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play and a first throw for Rodgers.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Chubb. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 12-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break it.
Rodgers now on first down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Rodgers now on first down.
And Lazard's got it again.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sort of...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. To throw is Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Packers! 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From the 50, it's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man, here is Cobb. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And again, it's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up,
touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
they have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's another Browns first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Chubb.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Chubb again.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Browns are able to at least get 1 score back.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Rodgers with this one into the hands of Watson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Caught by Cobb. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Samori Toure.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
Grant on the return. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Watson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
To throw is Watson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Running for it, here's Chubb, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Complete to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Rodgers throwing here. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
One last throw here for Watson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.